Today I'm going to create a LEGO World War 3 mega city using every LEGO architecture city skyline and combining all of them into one. Then I'll deploy the Chinese and American LEGO minifigures who will be fighting for control of the city. Which LEGO City Skyline do you think looks best? What will the mega city look like once it's done? And who will win this World War 3 LEGO war? Now this video is not sponsored, but I have managed to solve my crippling debt issue. A company called Brick Borrow has sent me all of these LEGO architecture city skylines, but I didn't have to buy a single one. Brick Borrow allows you to rent LEGO sets, keep them for as long as you want, then send them back when you're done. Which of course I'm going to relentlessly spam to save me from bankruptcy and a life of crime. Their link will be in the description, so go check them out. Let's take a closer look at the weapons and minifigures. We've got the Americans, we've got the Chinese, and then we've also got a couple of new United Bricks minifigures. So let's save the best till last and start with a chod. Let's get the Americans out. Yo, hold on, I swear we ran into this issue before. What we've got here is we've got a black man with white hands. I'll fix that later, but for the time being, let's just get these guys. Tell you what, let's get them squaring off against the Chinese, shall we? And then there we go. The Chinese soldiers have also now been placed down, but we're not done yet because we got these United Bricks guys. One of them is an American soldier and one of them is a British soldier. So obviously these will be fighting on the side of NATO. Now that each of our military LEGO armies have been introduced, it's time to set the stage for battle. In this box, I have all 6 LEGO City Skylines that I will be building today. There goes the last bit there. I hope that you find me as funny as I find me. Contributing to our mega city LEGO mock will be New York, Las Vegas, Tokyo, London, Paris, and Singapore. Now, seeing as most of you are in fact filthy Americans, let's start with New York. So let's actually open this for real this time. Of course, equipped with the right tools, I will be opening it with a ruler. Always prepared. At least it's not a hammer, let's be honest. Okay, so it is my belief that when I start this timer, that I can build each of these within 1 singular hour. That is my belief. Let's see if I can get it done. Can you tell that it's New York City yet? It's a teeny tiny LEGO minifigure, and I guess that's just gonna be the Statue of Liberty. Right, what is next? This is actually starting to look like New York, and I'm actually really excited to build my own custom World War 3 city. When I take all of these off and place them all onto my own custom city map, it's gonna look really cool. And then we're gonna blow it up with World War 3 minifigures and stuff, because... So what is left? There's the Chrysler building, there's the One World Trade Center. Ah, there's also the Flatiron building. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Once I caught a fish alive. The Chrysler building is not that much smaller than the Empire State, right? Not that much smaller. Okay, so I believe we're probably onto the Flatiron building now. Oh, okay, this one's gonna be nice and easy then. Now, is that complete? Yes, there we go. Last but not least, the One World Trade Center. So I've got this big block here for the One World Trade Center, and I've just figured out where those actually clip into. So I've got the second block here. So if I'm not mistaken, I literally just smashed that on there. There we go, the moment of truth. So there we have it. We have got the first of 6 city skylines I'm going to create. If you're wondering why I keep saying this mega city, what I'm going to do is I will literally pull each of the buildings off and I will place them onto a brand new 48 by 48 base plate, create a mega city, then put our World War 3 minifigures in to fight over it. Let's do another one. Las Vegas, seeing as you guys are mostly American. So it's day 2 of the build, and my flat has officially turned into Stalingrad. Now, of course, what you have just seen is not for today's video, it will be for the next one, because as you can see down here, Brick Borrow actually gives you all the parts without all the sorting, which is very convenient. So, welcome to Las Vegas, a hive of scum and villainy. The Bellagio Hotel, we've also got the Sphinx and a pyramid, which is not in Egypt. Encore at the Wine. Yes, I know that. And then we've also got the Stratosphere, and then we've got Fremont Street. Okay, let's go. And we've just passed the 30-minute mark. When it's at this point here, it's almost impossible to tell what you're actually looking at, but then it just suddenly starts to take shape. I'm quite excited. Yeah, what am I? Oh, am I building a pyramid? I'm literally not even using the instructions for this.
It's a bold strategy, Cotton. Let's see if it pays off for him.
Oh, actually, hold on. Sorry, I've hit some difficulty here. Yes, okay, here we go. I used the instructions once. Damn, that actually looks really cool. I'm gonna go ahead and say that this is probably going on the Sphinx. Right, what are we building now? And then is that just going straight in? Is it really as tall as that? And when does it stop looking bad? Oh, okay, here we go. Here we go. Look at that. Ah, will it actually spin? It might even spin. And then is this just going on top? Oh, okay, there we go. In real life, does anyone else just think towers like that just look stupid? Oh, okay, no, there's more bits. Right, that's starting to look good now. If it was just this thing, it looked like something out of Roller Coaster Tycoon. Voila, there we go. It actually looks really good now. Okay, we've got 6 minutes left on the clock. Yeah, nah. It's not happening, is it? And there we go. It flexes in and out really nicely. See what I mean? Once you start getting the structures on, it starts really coming together incredibly quickly. I think we'll finish this one in the next... You know what? I should just stop giving estimates because they are always wrong. In my mind, I call this like the Ocean's 11 tower, because in Ocean's 11, they rob a bank and then like I think the ending scene is like them all standing by the fountain. Speaking of robbing banks, subscribe to fund my Lego habit so that I don't have to rob one. Cheers. Okay, 1 hour and 25 minutes in Las Vegas is officially complete. So, what do we think? Do we reckon that's better than New York? I don't think it's quite as iconic as New York, and also, again, it is just a hive of scum and villainy, kind of like Tatooine. Let's build London. Right, let's crack this bad boy open, see what we're dealing with here. Okay, so, Trafalgar Square, Big Ben / Houses of Parliament, the London Eye, and then Tower Bridge. There we go. I'm feeling good about this one. So the first thing we're going to be working on here is Tower Bridge by the looks of it. Okay, so I've got the 2 towers here. Let's get them onto Tower Bridge. I think that we're going to complete this before 1 hour and 20 minutes. I've got stamina. I'm learning so much just from doing these builds. It's all uphill from here. Honestly, some of my builds are gonna be crazy. Okay, I think that's the National Gallery almost done, although we've not got Nelson's column outside. Or the lions, are there not supposed to be like lions that go either side? Okay, I think we're now though, we're just not gonna finish that apparently. We're moving on to the London Eye. So you see, that's quite a novel way of doing that. And, oh, is it, how do I, why is it so short? Oh, hold on. Oh, okay, right. Mine was like tiny. Look at the instructions compared to mine. So this looks like it just makes considerably more sense. So let's get that slapped on there. Vice Admiral Horatio Nelson, the man, the myth, the legend. Let's get that on. And there we go, ladies and gentlemen. Stop the clock. So another hour and 15 minutes gone, but look at what we've got here. Man, these are some really incredible builds. The only issue is, and you can probably see this here, my London Eye is a wee bit wonky. Yeah, it's not quite a circle, but I did my best. Oh, no. It just feels like there's a lot of parts in here. here. Right, Tokyo instructions. What's this red tower called again? Tokyo Tower, no, I did know that. The Cocoon, I've heard of the Cocoon Towers. Also, this is the Chadorigafuchi Park. Nailed it. What else have we got here? The Tokyo Sky Tree. I was actually also aware of that. I didn't know these two though. I didn't know these two though. So 10 minutes in and we're already at the point where I believe we put Tokyo on and we've got the base plate mostly fastened down. Hey, we built Tokyo. Oh wait, sorry, that's Nagasaki. So, this is officially day 3 of the build. Okay, let's see if we can get this done then, shall we? Ooh, I think we're doing the big tower. The better Eiffel Tower is what I'm gonna call it. So far, I'm actually really impressed with this Tokyo Tower. It just feels like it might be a little bit big. Okay, I think that's the majority of the Tokyo Tower done. I think we just got to put the spire on. And voila. Tokyo Tower looks absolutely enormous compared to everything else, but we just won't think about it. It's definitely colorful, I will say that much. Apparently these cherry blossoms are going in front of this building here. Okay, I think that's this kind of weird, colorful area sorted. And a big important thought has just entered my mind. Again, in fact, actually, I've been thinking a lot about this. So, these are the minifigures we're using to call it a World War III battle with cities all across the world, but obviously the cities are tiny, and the guys are literally the size of buildings, if not bigger. So, this is a British soldier, and that's a tree. For this to make sense, this battle will be taking place in a Legoland scaled village, so we're just gonna pretend that these, you know, yeah. Right, I think we're about to finally get onto some of the big buildings here. It's about time. I actually did not realize that was 3-sided. I thought it was 2-sided. Oh my god, we're making Mount Fuji. Damn, that actually looks good. Okay, so at this point, you guys are gonna have to start picking which you think the best is. Like, of all the builds we've done so far, and again, we've got 2 more. We've got Singapore and Paris to go. It'll be interesting to see which one comes out on top. Right, we're on the home straight here. So apparently I'm just slapping that in like that. Okay. Is that us done with Tokyo? I mean, it doesn't look too shabby, does it? Okay, so it is in fact actually done, and I've got to say it might be my favorite one so far. Incredibly, yes, we've got 2 more city skylines to go, and this one is Singapore. Hopefully, it will take me less than 2 hours. However, after looking online, I can tell you this has the most parts, which doesn't fill me with confidence. All right, let's get started. Okay, so first thing to do, let's get the instruction manuals out. Yep, it's the city. Singapore, I don't think I'm gonna know any of them. Oh, I know, I recognize them. I know the buildings, but I just don't know what they're called. For example, this is like the one that's got the banana on top of it for some reason. Also, there's the one with the plants. Yeah, it's got lots of plants. There's lots of nice, you know, actually, Singapore does look like a nice city. However, we're not here to ponder, we're here to build. Interestingly, this has got like 3 blue shades, like shades of blue Lego bricks that I have never seen before. I wonder if they're custom made for these builds. Also possible that I am a noob. So here we go, we've once again got the Singapore sign, and the base plate, the first base plate we've seen, it's like this kind of weird aqua cyan color. I'll be honest, I kind of hate it. Somehow, we're 40 minutes into the build. When did that happen? I don't remember that happening. And officially, the first building goes down. What is next? Ah, just loads of wee houses. Oh man, these are really cool. And there we go. The residential buildings have been completed. It looks really good. For some reason, this one doesn't feel like it's lasted for 50 minutes. I don't know why. This one's actually going quite quickly. This building, honestly, because it's got these rounded edges on it, and because it looks like that, it honestly just doesn't even feel like Lego. Mate, that actually looks pretty good. Okay, for the moment of truth, let's get the next building on. I think it literally just goes boop. We just passed the 1 hour and 30 minute mark and I've still got tons to do. This building looks really cool, actually. Again, this is just gonna be such a colorful landscape. The Singapore build might be my favorite. And there we go. Oh my god, 2.5 hours. It's 11:30 at night. Singapore has been done and dusted. By far the most difficult one so far, and 2.5 hours, so the most time consuming as well. I'm not just saying this for the sake of it, but this Singapore build is probably my favorite one so far. But we've still got to do Paris, and then we've got to combine them all together. Day 4 of this video, and if you looked in my flat, you might think I've stepped on a landmine. However, we are officially nearing the end. This right here is the final build. Is in fact Paris, and so far we've already done 5 of the builds, which look incredible. I'm then gonna use these 3 base plates here. That was really smooth. You've got to give it to me. That was smooth. Basically, I'm gonna join them all up in a long row and just create one mega city. You know how they say, save the worst till last? So let's crack on with Paris. If we pour all of this stuff out here, what we should find, and I already believe I might be right, is that there's actually just way less parts in this than there was in Singapore, so it should be quicker. Let's reset, and then let's start. Okay, I'm gonna be smart, actually. For some reason, I hadn't ever thought to do this before, but I'm gonna pick out all the black pieces before we actually open the instructions, because that's what all of the base plates are made from. Right, let's see. I think I can do everything in Paris. Yeah, the Arc de Triomphe, the street that goes to the Arc de Triomphe. I didn't know that. I didn't know that. The Eiffel Tower, the Louvre, and then is there anything else? Yeah, you know what? Screw it. Let's just build it. Okay, so that's the majority of the base plate done, and officially the Paris, I guess, city name is on. So it looks as if we've finished the majority of the base plate, and now we're moving on to this building here. It's a big train station, I think. Okay, so we've managed to build the first building. I'm not gonna lie, the amount of detail that's in that, presumably what I assume is a train station, is absolutely incredible. Okay, we've now also built some houses with some bushes. 45 minutes is gone, but there is still a pretty concerning amount of bricks over here. Okay, there we go. We have finished the big black building. I'll be honest, I don't actually know what it's called. it's the Une tâche colossale pour le nettoyage de vitres. Yes, absolutely flawless pronunciation. Let's get that slapped down in here, eh? Okay, we've just passed the 1 hour mark on the timer, and again, what seems to happen every single time is it looks totally trash, but as soon as you put some vertical height on it, it starts to really pop. Okay, yeah, what I think we're doing here is I think the next thing is the foundation for the Eiffel Tower. And then there we go, ladies and gentlemen. I think we're about to place the Louvre. There we go. I'm not gonna lie, that does actually look pretty good. Okay, there we go. That is the Arc de Triomphe, also now complete. And so with everything else done, I think the only thing we've got to do is the Eiffel Tower. We're saving the best till last. So it looks like this is the base of the Eiffel Tower. Interestingly, it's actually designed differently from Tokyo Tower, which would have been easy for them to just do the same thing. Okay, let's get this final piece on, shall we? And then all we got to do is slap that on top. It took us an hour and 45 minutes to create Vichy, France. What? Sorry, Paris. Yeah, for the observant amongst you, it does appear like the Germans yet again appear to be taking an unsolicited holiday in France. They really can't help themselves. We're now gonna add them to their own mega city, which will finally allow the Americans and the Chinese to fight over who wins the next world war. Spoiler, probably nobody. Now that would be a good Lego video idea. Build a nuclear weapon. The explosion. Not just actually make a nuke out of Lego. And now it's the point in the... That wasn't even intentional, but that's really, really useful because I was about to say instead of using 3 base plates, we will be using 2. And one of them just... well, it's gone. And now what we do is we take every single one of these Lego architecture builds, we take all the main features, and we put them onto one custom city. Now, obviously, the Chinese and the Americans will be fighting over the city, so we're gonna get one team one side and one the other side. And obviously, the best way to split them up is by using a river. Fortunately, Tower Bridge will help us bridge the gap. Now, to create this custom Lego architecture city, I have pre-prepared a bunch of vegetation, these little miniature trees, but first, we need to make the river. I have already gone back on what I said because we're using 3 base plates. Right, let's get the river in then. Okay, there we go. That is what we're going to call our division. London Bridge is towering one of the base plates onto the other 2. Now, we do have Tokyo and Singapore, so I reckon we put them on the smaller base plate, and then the other 4 western cities will go on these 2. And then that kind of fits in quite nicely with our kind of like east versus west theme. I'm just making it up as I go, I'll be honest. But it will be cool. Note to Carly, like, the minute I'm fighting with myself to not overdo this. I'm fighting with myself to not overdo it. Okay, there we go. What we've got is we've got Tower Bridge, and we've also got the river down the middle with a little kind of built-up area to hold it in, and then we're going to bring the 2 roads down either side. Now, I'm going to use tiles to do these roads, because what that will allow me to do is I can create, like, decorations in the middle of it, place, like, trees and whatnot. I think that will actually look pretty clean. Before I do any more road building, I need to start getting some of the buildings onto the base plate, and then I'll make the roads around them. That would probably make a lot more sense. Let's get Tokyo into the fold, shall we? And then we shall remove Tokyo Tower. There we go. Tokyo Tower now has a home. Let's try and get the biggest buildings on first for each of them. Damn, that actually works. So this once was Tokyo, and this once was Singapore. To get to both of them, you now have to cross Tower Bridge. Now, I think it would probably be smart to do the biggest buildings first. I feel like I'm playing some sort of like city builder game, and I'm really bad at it. Well, here, I'll tell you what, seeing as we've got like little pockets of nations, let's get the rest of France in this area too. Now, I would try and take this train station, however, it comes off in small pieces, and I will definitely lose all of them. Okay, I would say that's pretty much Paris stripped of anything good. Let's move on to the rest of London, seeing as we've already got Tower Bridge. That's another one has been stripped. London is now also completely gone. We're on to the American cities now. Right, let's start with the Big Apple, why not? And then that is the New York base plate, stripped completely clean. Ooh, on to Las Vegas. As it currently stands, it's just basically less dense because they've got a lot more area to work with on the west. However, at the minute, Singapore and Tokyo over here, this looks really, really good. So I want to try and recreate what I did there over here. Just make it look a little bit more lived in. Oh, okay, we have had a casualty. Let me fix this. Oh, no! And here we god! It's not exactly sturdy, but it is pretty cool. The final mega city has a few distinctive areas. On one side of the river, Singapore and Tokyo have been merged together, and the other side consists of 2 European cities and 2 American cities. The entire thing is brought to life by a network of roads and even a bridge in the center, and courtyards, trees, and bushes add the finishing touches. I tried adding the World War III minifigures, and it just kinda didn't really make sense. In hindsight, I don't really know why I tried to crowbar that in the first place. Thanks again to Brick Borrow for hooking me up with all the buildings. Subscribe to this channel and join my Discord.